good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the concert hall here tonight, where we are about to hear the Thames television theme as played by the original composer, Igor Blimey. And here he is now. Mr. Blimey mounts the podium, and away he goes. Well, another first for the video cassette show. We've combed the country in this series, and we've feather-dusted the town. Constantly on the lookout for fresh, sparkling talent with huge knockers. At last we found him. Yes, ace impressionist, Mickey Taker!
Oh, MacDougall had a farm with a moo here, and a cow there, and a woof here.
Yes, friends, stay tuned and thrilled to the strain. Here's what one average listener says.
There is nothing like it.
Hello, and welcome to the video cassette. There's bad news, I'm afraid. It's the last show of the series. But coming off that ledge, that's no way to behave. I'm going to miss you, though, you know. Do you realize it may be months before I stand here and say, hello? That's my favorite bit, you know. That's what I do best. In fact, let's take a look at some of the great hellos from the past. Hello, 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 hello. 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 Goodbye. Well, that's the end of the opening blink. And now, here's some words of wisdom from me as somebody else.
You know, I sometimes think that life is like Brit Eklund. Lots of ups and downs, but rather overrated, really.
You know, plebs, there's often real pain behind a happy mask of comedy. My mum's divorcing my dad, you know, a terrible thing, especially in a large family like ours. But my mum's determined. She's convinced that the last 3 kids weren't hers.
Do you know, I cried so much last night. My mum and dad put me somewhere else to sleep. You know, that little light does go out when you shut the fridge door.
I knew he'd lose.
And now the weather forecast.
All right, so it was funny. Enjoyment isn't everything.
I'm talking about our old friend, the moon. As we all know, it is 2,160 miles in diameter and 238,857 miles from the Earth. So we won't bother with that. What I really want to talk to you about tonight is the fascinating subject of the full moon's effect, not only on the tides, the growing of veggies, and all that sort of thing, but its supposed effect on people. This, of course, is utter rubbish. No logical thinking man could attach any credence to that hodgepodge of superstition and legend which claims that a big bright object in the sky can actually govern our behavior. After all, the moon is nothing but a reflector, reflecting light from the sun at night. So what possible connection can that have with having a headache, not wanting to do the dishes, and dogs howling at night? Oh, what we must never deviate from is scientific fact. After all, facts are facts, and anybody who believes in any of that science fiction mumbo-jumbo is an absolute fool! The full moon is... Oh! Oh!
Don't move! I'm going to take your photograph. I want to remember you just as you are, darling audience, sitting there watching me taking a photograph of you. All right? Smile! It's a miracle, isn't it? No messing around with chemists. Fantastic. Well, there you are. You've all gone out. Twits! Don't you know it's contest time? It's hot gossip as well, and we want you to tell us which one of them isn't wearing this.
For a long time I felt,
shoes with no socks in the cold weather. I knew my heart was in the right place. I knew I'd be able to do these things. And as we watch him digging his own grave, it was important to know that was where he's at. He can't afford to stop. That's what he believed. He'll keep on digging for 1,000 years.
I'm walking a life. I'm thinking about empty motion. I'm walking a life. Just steady enough to be living.
Never get to say much. Never get to talk. Tell us a little bit, but not too much. Right about then is where she give up. She has closed her eyes. She has give up hope.
I'm walking a life. I'm thinking about empty motion. I'm walking a life. Just steady enough to be living. Get out of the way.
No time to begin,
This isn't the time.
so nothing was done.
No talking about.
Not many at all.
I'm turning around.
No trouble at all.
You notice there's nothing around you, around you. I'm walking a line. Deep fight is all.
I turn myself around. I'm moving backwards and forwards. I'm moving twice as much as I was before. I'll keep on digging to the center of the earth. I'll be down in there, moving in the moon.
I'm walking a line. I'm visiting houses in motion. I'm walking a line. Just steady enough to be living. Get out of the way.
No time to begin,
This isn't the time.
so nothing was done.
No talking about.
Not many at all.
I'm turning around.
No trouble at all.
Two different houses around you, around you. I'm walking a line. Divided is all.
Well, that's the end of the show, and in fact, it's the end of the series, too. Next week at this time, someone else will be on your screens receiving your waves of love and affection. And I'll be in some dark place all alone, staring at 4 blank walls and trying to keep my sanity and praying that Lord Thames will decide to let me see the light of day again soon. You see, when I signed my contract, I didn't realize that it gave Lord Thames the control of my soul. All his contracts are the same. At the end of each series, we superstars simply fade into a state of almost non-existence. He takes our egos away, and we shrink into non-entities, and then he keeps us locked up in little boxes until he wants us to use us again. It's happening now. I can feel it. I'm shrinking. I can't stand it. Help me! Help!
Help! Let me out! Let me out! Help! Help! Somebody, please! Let me out!
That was the final episode in this series of The Kenny Everett Show, so let's tell you about a new children's programme starting next Monday.
That's all for now. So it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him. Bye-bye.
It's a wrap!